Before we jump into content, I want to show you the screen one more time up here. How to stop learning. So I'm going to tell you where this slide came from. We have yoga in our office 3 times a week. And I've been doing this 3 times a week for years, right? And I can barely touch my toes. And I'm like, holy cow, I suck, first of all, at yoga. And so I need to get better at yoga. So what did I do? I checked out a book. I got a book on yoga because that's going to make me better, right? I need to research the yoga, and that's what will make me better. So that's how I got better at yoga. I'm kidding. And I learned these 4 principles in this yoga book, and they actually apply to everything in life. And I was like, perfect. I'm going to show this to you today. So these are the yoga. They have like fancy names like Shatru Vista or something like that, but I made them into easy words like walls and patience, self-doubt, ego. How many of you, so all of us, by the way, all of us fall into these at different times, right? And a quick story before we jump into that. I was at a networking group, training group, a couple of years ago. And I walked in, and there were a lot of people who were as successful as I am or was, and more successful. How do you show up in that space? Right? I feel inadequate. I feel less than, so therefore I have to throw up something that is false right here to protect this inside, right? If I'm going to show up with people in a room with people that I know that I'm more successful than, it's a lot easier to be like, hey, how's it going? And just kind of chillax and be yourself, right? So in this space, we had a man who came just a few months ago, and he didn't tell us who he was, but he owns a major business around here. He sold it a couple of years ago, and he was 80 to 100 million in revenue. All week long, he was the one who was like thirsty for knowledge. He was taking notes as fast as he possibly can. He kept asking questions. We were so impressed with him. He was so hungry to learn, right? He showed up without this right here, without walls and without that. Why do you think?
That's it.
That's how he learned. That's how he got to 80, 100 million, right? He was like, feed me, I'm here to learn. Sometimes, never in this room, of course, but sometimes we get people who are just starting in business. Maybe they're 100, 150, even 200. And they show up like this. I know all of this. Let me teach all of you what I've learned since I'm at 150. You know, that kind of thing. Why do you think people go into that?
It's a peacock syndrome.
What? Tell us about peacock. Tell us about it. Tell us about it.
You just have to flaunt your stuff. You have to be right.
Yes.
You have to know, and it's more of a, you're doing it for yourself.
Yes.
Hey, I'm this way because I have to tell myself that I'm this way, or else I'm going to feel bad about myself and get caught in a loop of self-doubt. And so you surround yourself with an ego.
Air high five. Or real high five. How's that?
Real.
So we throw up this thing that says I have to pretend. So I want to encourage you this weekend to drop this thing. We're in a really small group this week, which is exciting. We had 25 people in this room last week and like 20 in the other room. And this week we're small, which is great for you guys. So there's no posturing needed. There's no pretending needed. There's no like, I am the expert needed. We can drop the walls and really talk about where we're at in business. Is that okay with you guys? Good. Perfect. Alejandro, that's the right answer to that question. That's beautiful. Can I just put a plug in for women? That's what women bring to the table in business oftentimes, which is pretty cool. If you're used to doing business with mostly men, all of a sudden women bring this beautiful piece of vulnerability to the table, and I think we balance each other out. Just saying, but I think we do. So that's cool. All right, let's jump in. So that's what that slide is. Just wanted to touch on that a little bit more. Let's get into content, shall we?
Do it.
All right. Let's start with how we grow a business. So everyone thinks, I am going to start my business here, and then I'm going to crush it for 20 years, or 10, or 5, and then I'm going to sell it. And that's the model of business. And that's usually on planet Earth, not how we grow business. Planet Earth looks more like this. These are called S-curves. And when we start a business, we always start right here. Here's us sitting on the step, ready to go down before we go up. So when you start in business, you go down first. What do you go down in?
Money.
Yes, you do. You invest money, right? You invest time, you invest money, you invest. And we know this going into a business. We know we have to buy the computer and the office space and the employee. We have to buy that stuff before we can actually be in business. So this first level of business hits right here. What would you imagine your first level is that you're trying to reach in business? First level everyone wants to get to.
You're not losing any money.
Yeah. Yes.
You can go buy bread and
Yes.
paper.
Buy bread. Usually the number for that is about 100K revenue. Everyone's like, I'm gonna get to 100. My first year, I'm gonna get to 100. Your goal, get to 150 your first year, and you absolutely can and should have that goal if you've been in business before. First year business, 100 is my goal. What is this stage in business all about, from 0 to 100? What are you spending your time doing? Everything. He's exactly right. You are trying to figure out everything. I'm too lazy to write it, but everything. Hard or easy?
Hard.
Incredibly hard. In fact, the hardest, most difficult stage of business is 0 to 100. Let me show you numbers that show you. Snag here. Now I'm stuck. Give me a thing here.
Like a puppet.
All right. So here's some stats here. Without looking at your books, don't look at your books. What percentage of men-owned businesses do you think get to 100K? Best guess, throw them out here. Percentage of men-owned businesses that get to 100K gross revenue.
I cheated. I read
25.
Don't answer. 25%? What do you guys think? 35?
45.
45? It's actually 24%. Which means the inverse of, what is that, 80, what is that, 76? 76%? 76% of male-owned businesses never get to 100,000. That's a hard stage of business, right? That's hard. How many of you are above 100K? Raise your hands. Congratulations, you are above 76% of business owners. Seriously, that's like a big celebration. That's a big deal. Those of you who have gone to 100 know that this stage sucks, and getting to 100 also sucks. Nothing is, there's still pain there, right? There's still pain. All right, what's the next level of business would you imagine? Starts with a 5. 500K, half a million. So between 100 and 500K, what we're doing here is I am the magic. Oh, you have a pretty voice. That's nice. Nice. We're gonna have you do a little concert for us this evening. You're like, dang, I shouldn't have said. You think I'm kidding? Oh no, you'll be singing this weekend. You'll be singing. Okay, so between 100 and 500, I am the magic. This is what this looks like. I have bled out, blood, gut, sweat, tears, bones hanging off of me. I don't know what that means, but it means something horrible. And we've made it to 100K. I go to a networking group. I am now more successful than 76% of the men in the room. I'll talk about women stats in just a second. And I think, I did it! What got me here, I need to hold on to with my dear life, or else I'll slide back into this whole mess. I'm never going back there again, right? And so we hold on with a vice-like grip. What do you hold on to in your business that really you could let go of? You could hire out. Everything, almost everything, yes. And so I'm going to propose to you that what got you here to 120, to 150, to 400, wherever you are, whatever got you here to this level will actually hold you back from going to the next level. What got you here will hold you back from the next level. And your brains are going to scream at you and say, I have worked so hard for so many years to get to my 150, and you're telling me to let go. And I'm saying, yes, you will have to let go. And you'll have to let go again and again and again and again and again. Every phase of business that we go through, we have to learn the skills for that phase, and then we have to let go of those skills. Isn't that crazy? Mm-hmm. What got you here will not get you to the next level. It will actually hold you back. So I'm magic means maybe I'm a good salesperson. I'm in there doing the sales. Maybe I'm doing client fulfillment. No one loves my clients like I do. Maybe I'm doing product development. No one can cover this refrigerator like I can. Like that's my absolute gift. No one can catch fish like I can. Like I am the master. So whatever piece you're the master of, that piece will hold you back from the next level. Have I beaten that horse good enough yet? Is it dead? Horse is dead. We're moving on. All right, let's go back to stats really quickly for 100K. What percentage of women would you guess get to 100K? We know 24% of men. What percentage of women would you guess? 14.
12.
12. It's actually just that. It's half. Half of women get there than men do. We'll talk about why that is in just a second. Okay, men getting to 500K. What do you think the number is? What percentage of men?
8%.
You cheated.
Well, it's right in front of you.
What percentage of women?
4%.
4. Half of women get there too. So if you're at 500K, you are more successful than 92% of men and 96% of women. Impressive, huh? You think, man, there's still a lot of pain in that face. So you still haven't made it. You still haven't arrived, right? Okay, here's something interesting. When you go from 100 to 500, this is not an exact number. It might be 120 when you bump it. It might be 150 when you bump it. But you'll bump it, and you'll know when you bump it. It's called, here is a level, and I'm stuck at this level. We have had people come to the retreat that have been stuck at certain levels for 17 years, for 15 years, for 13 years, for 5 years. I have been stuck in this level previous. I got stuck there for 7 years. I know that space very well, and I know that space sucks. So every step we have to dip down to push through. We have to let go of what we've already learned and take on new skill sets. What did you have to invest right here? Or you might be reaching it right now. You might be bumping up against it right now. What do you have to invest usually?
Time.
Time, absolutely. Between 100 and 500, there's a critical factor, one of whom is sitting right here. What do you have to bring on?
Employees.
Employees. I don't care if they're employees or contractors. Eventually, you will need to move to employees, but you will need a team. And right here is a great chance for your walls to be thrown up, and you can say, but that's for someone else. But I can't do that because, but I don't want to have employees because employees are a pain in the ass. Yes, they sometimes are, and they're also fabulous. And they build your business. So this is cheesy, but I want you to turn to the person next to you and I want you to say, I need some employees. Go ahead and do that.
I need some employees.
I've got some.
If you want some, I've got some.
I need more.
There we go. We need some employees. We're not going to be as scared, or be as scared. Your Spanish is like flowing into me. We're not going to be as scared of.
As scared.
As scared. We're not going to tener miedo, right? Tener miedo de employees. We're going to jump in. So notice that there's another investment here at 500K. What do you think that is? There's no right or wrong answer here.
Buildings.
Buildings. You have to move into a space. Yeah. We're buying equipment. We're buying inventory. We're buying more employees. We're putting more investment in. And you'll notice every time you want to go up, what do you have to do first? Go down. You have to go down before you go up. In this model, there's no going down. This is not reality. In real life, we dip down, we plant, we sow, and then we reap, right? 500K, let's go on to the next level. What do you think that is? 1 million. Men, what percentage?
6.
6%. Women, this breaks my heart. 1.8. All of a sudden, women were tracking at half. All of a sudden, we dropped to under a third. Again, I'll tell you why in just a second, but that's painful. That's painful for both men and women. That sucks. Those are not good stats at all. What phase do you think this is? What do you have to have? Usually about 500, you have maybe 6 to 9 employees. I'll just tell you, if you don't have systems, we're in trouble. If you have 6 to 9 employees and everyone's just running around with their heads cut off, like chickens with their heads cut off, you're probably putting out tons of client fires, you're putting out finance fires, you're putting out product fires. It's all like fires, and there's no time to grow the business because it's all fires. And in that space, when people come to me in that space, they usually say, there is no way I would want to grow this business because this is so hard. This is so hard. Why would I want to have more employees? Ron has had 50 employees. He had to overcome something big in this stage, and that is systems. Give me a definition of systems. Even a bad definition is fine. Go ahead, right here.
Procedure, operation.
Perfect.
direction.
Perfect. My favorite job descriptions. Yes, all of those things. Perfect. My favorite example of systems is McDonald's. How many of you have had a better hamburger than McDonald's? Yes. How many of you can make a better hamburger than McDonald's?
I don't know about that.
I don't either. I don't cook at all. I'm a horrible cook. Most people could produce a better hamburger than McDonald's, yet McDonald's is the most successful restaurant in the world. Why?
They're all the same. It's
All
all the same.
cheapers.
So, duplication.
There we go, there we go, there we go. They have systems. You can go to any McDonald's in the world. Where is the fry station? You walk in, where's the fry station?
Right by the drive-thru.
It's right here on the left-hand side next to the drive-thru. I used to work at Burger King back in the day. And those fries only have 7 minutes, like 7 minutes to get from the fries out the door or else you throw them out. So they have a system for how their product works. Every hamburger has 2 pickles, 2 squirts of ketchup, and 1 squirt of mustard. It's a system for your product. They have a training system, a hiring system, a leadership system, a management system, a finance system. Everything has a system. You with me? Our goal this week is to McDonald's the crap out of your business. Yay!
Yay.
Yay!
Yes.
Here's the crazy thing. I care less about your product and more about your business. Your business is the product. Product is not the business. Your business is the product.